Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 19th sloka. In this sloka, Bhagavan talks about Jnani, Bhakta, one who is very dear to him. So he says, as the culmination of incessant sadhana of innumerable lives, because we take birth again and again and again. So many births have been taken, and one attains wisdom, and that life will be his last. So over the period of too many births, we acquire knowledge, jnana, knowledge about Bhagavan. For thereafter he will merge in. So acquiring the knowledge of Bhagavan, and we become the devotee of him, and we have to have Bhagavan Anubhavam. So we come to that stage, and then we merge in Bhagavan. So that is what he says. For thereafter he will merge in me. He realizes not only his identity with the Supreme Self or God, but the oneness of universe and God. Thus the Trinity of God, Jiva and universe vanishes, and everything resolves itself into Brahma or Vasudeva. So in this sloka, Bhagavan mentions Vasudeva. Very rare indeed is one who attains this exalted state. So he mentions this in this sloka. He says, Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Sudurlabha, we don't get it. It is not possible to get it. So it is very difficult to see such a great soul. So it is. So the person whose mind is only on Vasudevan, Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is referred here as Vasudevan by himself. So he is the one who takes care of everybody and everything. So this Bhakta, this Jnani, comes to that mental maturity that everything is Bhagavan, everything is Vasudevan. So he is not only for Bhagavan Anubhavam, he wants to be always in thoughts of Bhagavan. So that is what Bhagavan says. Such a soul is very, very, very rare to find. I don't get such soul, I don't get such Bhakta. It is very, very, very difficult. It is very, very, very rarely I get such Bhaktas. So here he talks about the common perception. So the intellectuals, normally we feel the intellectuals, and they feel bhakti. So we find how the world is. So you have the people who have knowledge base, who are very superior, and they are not even recognized, because their knowledge is only about Bhagavan, and they are very intellectual. And here Bhagavan talks about such jnanis. So the jnanis who are intellectuals, over the period of time, they have taken many births, and through many lifetimes they cultivate the knowledge. And when the knowledge gets at maturity, he understands Bhagavan completely and he surrenders to Bhagavan. So he gets the true knowledge. So only this true knowledge helps us to get devotion, because when we learn Bhagavad Gita, when we learn Ramayana, when we learn Mahabharata, we understand more and more about the divine qualities of Bhagavan. So when we know more about Bhagavan, what happens? We develop bhakti towards him. We develop love towards him. So that is what happens. So as you get knowledge, as your knowledge becomes true knowledge, you get to this kind of devotion. So what kind of devotion? Only Bhagavan is in my thought. For everything I connect Bhagavan only. I connect Bhagavan with everything, whatever happens. So my devotion grows. As I know more and more about Bhagavan, so with that knowledge, the love develops, and I develop my knowledge to know Brahma. So you get that true knowledge. So it's that true one who possesses the true knowledge is Jnani. He is referred by Bhagavan in this sloka. So such a Jnani surrenders himself to Bhagavan. So they are noble souls who are very, very, very rare. So they think everything is Vasudeva. Vasudeva Sarvam. So this is what Bhagavan talks highly about this Jnani in this sloka, because Jnani feels, even if I breathe, that is Bhagavan, Vasudevan. Whatever I drink, even the water I drink, that is Vasudeva. The food I eat, that is Vasudeva. So everything is connected with Vasudeva by him. So this Jnani is highly praised by Bhagavan in this sloka. And he also says very, very, very rare. Yes, very rare. Our Alvas, they all lived by this way only. That is why they gave us so many, they sang so many pasurams. Though every pasuram makes us cry for seeing Bhagavan. So they brought out so much of emotions, and they give so much of information on Bhagavan to us. So we understand more and more about Bhagavan through their pasurams. We learn Bhagavad Gita and we learn other scriptures, and those pasurams give us true knowledge about Bhagavan. So the Alvars are referred here. So all the Alvars, they wanted only Bhagavan. So they were in search of, they were visiting, they kept on visiting places, temples, Divyadeshams, and they praised Bhagavan through pasurams, and those pasurams are available to us today. So Nammalvar, Unnum Soru Paruganir Thinnum Vettilayum Ellam Kannan Emperaman Endendre Kangal Neer Malgi. So when we see Bhagavan, when we talk of Bhagavan, we feel the tears come. So that is bhakti. That is the true bhakti. Because we involve ourselves fully with Bhagavan. So we feel like going near him. So that is why we cry. So here Bhagavan, Nammalvar says this, whatever I drink, that unnum neer, the water I drink, and food I eat, and the betel leaves. Because here he says unnum neer, that is need for living. Then soru, the food for survival. Then of course betel for luxury. So whatever it is, but it is in the name of Bhagavan. So I see Bhagavan in everything. So he says, Emperaman Endandre Kangal Nirmi. So whatever I see, it is Bhagavan. I see Bhagavan in that, and I feel like crying. That is what Nammalvar says in this pasuram. So all the pasurams, we find this kind of emotion. There's another pasuram by Nammalvar. Arivilene Karulvaya, Ariva Uiranai. Very good. Muktai, Murti, Adi Nirmale, Kirisei Dennai Puratittu Innam Kedupayo, Piridondru, Ariya Vadien Avi Tigaikave. So here in this pasuram, Nammalvar says, I am your servant, and I am ignorant, and I am your slave. You give me your grace. O shining Nedumal, my wise soul, you are playing with me. You are playing game with me, and you are cheating me, and you are spoiling me. Spoiling in the sense, you don't make me go to something else to lead my life. I don't go. I take refuge only in your divine feet. So don't play such tricks on me. So don't give that shock to me. So don't play such games with me. I know only you. I know only you. I love you. This is what Nammalvar says in this pasuram. So these pasurams make us go closer to Bhagavan. And these pasurams, we are talking about all these pasurams. But how did we get all these pasurams? Through Swami Nadamunigal. So Nadamani, who lived his life for spread of Bhagavan's glories to everyone. So when he heard people singing the 11 Pasurams, he got mesmerized. He wanted to get more, he wanted to hear more. Then he talked to them and he found out who to want to meet and how to get it. Then he went immediately to Alvar Tirunagari and he did penance on Nammalvar, and he got Nammalvar appeared before him and he bestowed him with Pasurams and Bhavishyatacharya's Vigraham. That is Sri Ramanuja, Jagadacharya Ramanuja's Vigraham. Then it was passed on by him to his disciple and later on to his grandson, Sri Alavandar Swamigal. So what we have today, we talk about Divya Prabandhan. Today we learn Divya Prabandhan. Or how did we get it? Only because of the effort of Sri Nadamuni Swamigal, who lived as what Bhagavan says in this sloka. So he was a great jnani. He was a great bhakta. He always thought of Bhagavan only. And he was very good in yoga. Through yoga, he used to do meditation. He worshipped Bhagavan, and he was a great Mahatma. So every time he sees Bhagavan in others, there were so many incidents in which he found only Bhagavan. So once the king and queens, they visited him, but he was on meditation, so he could not meet them. Then after that, after some time he was told about it, then he thought only Bhagavan Krishna with his wives came to visit him. So he ran and he asked everyone how did they go, through which way they went. Then he went all the way. Then his disciples brought him back. So the next one is, once the king visited him and king was about to get on the elephant, so he kept his leg on one of the servants and he sat on the elephant. So that reminded him of, he thought of only Bhagavan, because he thought Bhagavan, whenever he gets on Garuda Vahana, he used to keep his leg on one of the devas. So he thought only Bhagavan has come. Then in the next incident, when he was on meditation, he was told, after he got up, after the meditation, he was told that there were two people, like hunters, they came, one monkey and one lady came. He thought that it was only Lord Rama, Lakshmana, Sita and Hanuman visited him. And he ran through the way they all the four went. And on the way he found out from others, did you find the two people and the monkey and one lady? They all said, yes, we found, they went this way, that way. So whichever way was shown by people, he went all the way. He almost reached the outer of his place. Then he could not continue his, because he was exhausted and he fell down, he fainted. Then the disciples came to know about it. They all came. One of the chief disciples was Uyyakonda, who got that Bhavishyatacharya's Vigraham from Nadamunigal at that time, and later it was passed on to Sri Alavandar Swamigal. So this jnani is referred by Bhagavan. So he saw one, and while saying Rama, Lakshmana, and I missed them, he lost his life. He gave up his life. So this is what the great jnani does. They are always in thoughts of Bhagavan. So such jnanis, Bhagavan likes their Tirumeni too. That is why these jnanis are, after they attain Perumal, what happens? Their Tirumeni is preserved. That is called Tirupalli Paduthudal. And they install the idols of Bhagavan, that is called Tiruvarasu. So that we can find this in many places, Tiruvarasu of Acharyans. So such jnani who live only in thoughts of Bhagavan is referred by Bhagavan in this sloka. So So let's remember all this. Let's learn more and more about Bhagavan through scriptures and through Upanyasams, and let us learn from our elders and learn more about Sanatana Dharma and spread it. Whatever we know, we will, though we do, we may think that we don't know much. Yes, we don't know much. But whatever little we know, let us carry it forward. Let us spread among many peoples. Even if it is a small story, let's carry forward and let us spread it. So with these Nadamani Swamigal, they lived only for that. And after he got Divya Prabandham, he brought them back to his place, Katamanarpalli, and he compiled it, and he saw to it that Prabandhams reached all people. So he asked his disciples to spread it through simple form like dance, music. That is why today we are aware of the Prabandham. Today we have golden opportunities to learn from so many Acharyans. So this happened because of the contribution, the great effort of Sri Nadamani Swamigal. So such jnani is referred by Bhagavan in this sloka. So let's learn more and more about these great people, these Mahatmas.